Okay, so this is Kelly Borsheim. It is time to set up another still life just because I'm in love with pomegranates. So I found these sets of 4 pomegranates at a shop and at a food store, and I really loved how red and juicy they were. And I mean, I don't know if they're juicy. I assume they were. Now I bought these about a month ago, and I was trying to finish this pumpkin. Oh wait, there's 2 bottoms on that one. Anyway, I liked how red they are because a lot of them in the other grocery stores were just the big, they were larger, but they were also pale, orangey kind of looking. And they're pretty too for a contrast, but you see how that one has the shape in there? And so, look, this one has some mold in it. Can you see that? Ah, I've waited too long. Anyway, I had this beat up thing that probably an artist sold me in Florence years ago. Oh, both sides have dents in them. How, if anybody knows how to stick a stick inside of there and bang out the dents, because it's got a neck that's so thin, how do I get a hammer in there and swing it? So I'd love to know how to get out dents for something like this. It doesn't seem to have a bottom that opens. Anyway, so I had this, and I like this because I like pewter kind of things. But I recently found, you know, actually it's probably been almost a month for this too. I found this set. I was intrigued by this because if you compare the 2 colors on this is a little bit more mottled-y, and it's a little bit more pewtery. Of course I'm showing this to you, and it seems yellow when I'm taking the video. And it turned out it was actually a part of one of these sets. So that must be something, a handle broken off of it perhaps? Yeah, I think so. Crap. Blimey. But anyway, I saw this, and this is kind of cute. So I was thinking of just using one of these with a pomegranate, and I like the shape of this kind of thingy here. So anyway, and then I've had these scarves, because I've been collecting scarves for a long time. Look at, I'm not always a teal fan, but teal with the red is a nice combination, you know. And I like this with the red and the gray, but I don't know how much red I want. I don't know, because I'm trying to learn something new with every still life I do. This is a gorgeous scarf. I got it sort of a worldwide market kind of thing they had in Florence years ago. I just think that's really pretty. So we're going to see, but in a little bit I'm going to start setting up a new still life, and come with me. Let's see how it goes. Ciao, ciao for now. Stay tuned. Hi, so this is Kelly Borsheim. I'm going to take down the still life painting setup that I did for the pumpkin painting that I haven't quite finished yet, but I finished all the things that I feel like I need to do with the models in place, and I'm anxious to do that before my new models die. I have a problem that when my brain sees the painting is finished, when I see the finish line, I stop running. So I have to be careful to say, okay, the brain sees the painting is finished, but physically the painting is not finished. So generally what I do with myself to help me overcome this hurdle is that I make myself work on finishing the painting at least 2 hours a day, and then the rest of the day I start something new, because the excitement is all the setup of the new stuff, because I don't know what that's going to do, and my brain doesn't know what it's going to look like. So anyway, I'm going to take down this scarf. I looked at my painting here, and the only part I'm missing is on the side of the canvas, and the buyer, whoever ends up buying the piece, will probably put it in a frame anyway, but I just painted the sides to give people a choice. But I can finish all that. These are dead. They have served me well. And the candle holder, I haven't finished that to my satisfaction, and I haven't even put in the beeswax inclinations in there. So I'm going to mark this on my stand here. Just put a little rough thing going around it here, and maybe I can say, okay, that one's coming out here, this is coming out there, so that I can put this back into place if I want to set it up later after I finish this next one and redo what I'm doing. So here's the scary part. Yep, it's gone. And so I hope I painted all those shapes and designs well. All right, let me put the chalk aside, and I can pick this up now. I'm going to move this aside, You know, because the lighting is so specific, and I had this little thing under it to make it look vertical because the board's not flat. All right, so I have a collection of boards that I have gotten from a lot of various places and stuff, and I was kind of looking through some of my backgrounds and what kind of thing I want to do with that. And so I chose, let's see if this is not too heavy. I chose this sort of reddish, isn't that a gorgeous piece? I'm not sure if that's cherry or what, but cherry tends to be a redwood. This one doesn't have a gloss side to it, and this one has a gloss side to it. But I thought this might go really well with the red pomegranates. Maybe it's too much of a good thing, but it might just be on whether I do a surprise. So here you see the front. That's kind of ugly. It could work, but it's not really the atmosphere. I was thinking of attempting something a little more elegant this time. So my stand is really wobbly here. I don't want this underneath that, but I kind of right now would like to just sort of play with compositions I might want. And I can always put the black paper over that and even pull that forward. But this is pulled forward to get it to be the angle. Remember I said that I'm looking 2 meters away. I walk up, I make a painting mark on the painting, and then I step back and judge my accuracy and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe I need to just take this off here, but of course then I would want to chalk where I had it angled on the table so I could reproduce it. I'm not that fussed about it because I have the painting done enough that I feel confident I could stick the candle in. But I will tell you, when it comes to live models like fruits and pumpkins and grapes, oh my gosh, first time I painted grapes, I thought, oh, well, I'll just replace one if one dies and stuff. But they really are like individuals in a group. Their relationships to each other are different. Of course, how the light would pass through a marble at any given point. So, I don't know, maybe, this is too heavy for me. Let's see if I can. This was probably lighter. I think this is lighter than the cherry wood. I'm gonna leave up my 2 black backgrounds. I don't know if you can see here. I actually painted a canvas black, and it's mainly there to block the light and also keep reflected light, not reflecting something else. So there's that. So I kind of like the black paper there, makes things a lot of convenience. I'm trying to do just at least, you know, one of my problems also is that I don't do a series of work like you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do a series, you can do an art event, and my brain just doesn't want to do that. My brain wants to bounce from here to there to there. I actually really, really love painting the human figure, but I started that after doing life drawings for many, many years, starting in Austin, Texas at the Live Model Sessions. I realized I want to put a figure in a storytelling thing, okay? So I started painting landscapes and learning a little bit about scenics and urban scenes I did of Florence, Italy kind of thing. And then I started thinking, okay, so let me study still life so I can study composition and lighting and figuring out how to arrange objects. So, you know, so basically what I've been doing most of my artistic life is trying to figure out how to tell stories and what stories do I want to tell, because it's often easier to know what you don't want to do than what you do want to do. And I love the figure a lot, but I find that still life gives my brain a break a little bit, but also with the season, and I'm so in love with this particular fruit that I wanted to just make a painting of because I saw these really lush red colors. So anyway, but I don't want my still lifes to start looking formulaic because, oh, I've got this and I've got a thing draping down it, but at the same time they're going to kind of sort of look that way until I get something. So right now let me put my objects up here. What I tend to like is not symmetry, so I'm a little bit worried, where's the other pot, maybe I didn't bring it in, that this is too much the same size as the pomegranate. But it could be that if I put little tiny seeds, or, you know, I'm going to open up the fruit to show some of the lusciousness of what's inside this little ball, you know, would I do that? I mean, that's kind of weird. But I don't know, at this point, I don't really know what I want. I want to do something different. and I want to showcase this. I want to be able to paint something that's, I like the texture on this better than this. I like the patina, I think, on that. So let me go get that other thing in a sec.